The rise and fall of SpaceUK.
One of the best Geometry Dash players of all time has just been exposed for hacking nearly all of their levels. This player won an award for being the best player of the year in 2022. This player was celebrated for verifying the hardest level of Geometry Dash at the time, and continuing on to beat every single level on the demon list, making them—
Bro, the fact that he got nominated for an award, and he, like he got nominated for an award, and he was a cheater the entire time, like, chat, could you guys live with the guilt of verifying all these levels, beating every level on the demon list, being the #1 player, winning an award above other people who deserved it more than you, and you cheated the entire time? I mean,
an official GD legend, but it was all a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about SpaceUK, the now former #1 Geometry Dash player. SpaceUK began playing Geometry Dash in April of 2020, which is a pretty short period of time compared to most other top players who have been playing for upwards of 8 years. He completed his first demon a month after—
I mean, what do you mean? He's just like a prodigy. Dude, you guys gotta understand that, like, SpaceUK was born to play this game, guys. He was put on this planet to be a Geometry Dash player. So, like, the fact that he took him 2 years, I mean, guys, like, come on. Come on.
After starting, that demon being Decode, a really popular easy demon many players complete early on. Now, I want you to guess what his second demon was. Probably the Nightmare or the Lightning Road, right? Wrong.
Was it Bloodbath?
His second demon was freaking Windy Landscape, an insane demon. And right after that, he got a quote-unquote 77% fail on Cataclysm.
77, I'm done.
And if none of that was crazy enough for you, his fourth ever demon completion was a level called Wazaretta.
I beat it, yes.
Chat, wait, aren't these all, like, top demons? The fact that he went, like, he in 2 years, he went from being never playing the game before to being, like, a top demon completionist is honestly, like, crazy. Now no run is valid because he cheated. Yeah, bro, I mean, dude, like, that's what happens, bro. That's what happens whenever you cheat in a block game. Chat, like, this is like cheating in Minecraft, but genuinely honestly kind of worse.
This was a top 20 extreme demon at the time, meaning this guy literally beat one of the hardest demons ever after playing for like 2 months. And for his fifth ever demon, he beat the Golden, which was the absolute hardest demon at the time. This obviously sounds too good to be true, but the thing is, there was no proof any of it was hacked at the time. He was seen as a prodigy just beginning his reign as the best player ever. He would go on to beat extreme demons as if they were nothing for the months to come. A pretty funny moment in his career is when he beat Bloodbath in just 600 attempts. Bro, Can't Let Go took me 600 attempts to beat.
Wait, I didn't even know that. He beat Bloodbath in 600 attempts. People just didn't even think to, like, question the fact. Yeah, like, there's actually no way. People didn't even think to question the fact that, hey, maybe this guy isn't legit. You know what I mean? Like, maybe a level that takes people tens of thousands of attempts to beat. I don't know, bro. It's just crazy.
His most notable accomplishment would be him verifying Slaughterhouse, Geometry Dash's brand new hardest demon at the time.
I can't fucking react, otherwise I'm gonna cough so much.
Yeah, W reaction, bro. Like, chat, like, I've seen his reaction. I've seen SpaceUK's reaction to verifying Slaughterhouse, bro. Genuinely, like, first of all, like, he did Doggy so dirty. Like, he literally stole the title from him entirely. Like, I feel like I personally, like, couldn't live with myself. Like, you see these people who are spending their entire lives dedicating months and months to verifying new levels, and they're doing it all legitimately, and then you decide, oh yeah, I mean, like, the whole community loves me, all this stuff, I'm just gonna, you know, steal the title from them even though they worked for it for, like, this long. Dude, it's honestly, like, dude, it's genuinely, like, evil. If you're not freaking out, it just makes sense he's cheating. Like, bro is underwhelming. Exactly, bro. And, like, the thing is, it definitely, like, helps. Like, it definitely doesn't make it any better. You know what I mean?
This would be the level to finally overtake Tartarus as the top 1 extreme demon. And at this point, Tartarus was the hardest extreme demon for over a year before Slaughterhouse came out. As time went on, he eventually managed to beat every single level on the demon list. An absolutely incredible accomplishment. This solidified him as a Geometry Dash legend, gaining the entire community's respect. Or perhaps I should say liquefied, because this would all melt down on April 25th of 2023.
Yeah. Okay, but, like, I don't think there's been a single person after this point that's beaten every single demon on the demon list, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think a single person has done that because, I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, they're on the demon list for a reason. They're the hardest levels in the game. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it does make sense theoretically, but like not now, especially not nowadays. Whenever you have levels like Society, the Downfall.
Paco, a top player who verified Silent Clubstep among other things, uploaded an exposal video on SpaceUK. This video pointed out that a lot of clicks in his hardest completions were either slightly early or slightly delayed for some reason compared to the video. But the most noteworthy point Paco made is that you can hear a second click in most of his completions if you listen very closely. This second click is theorized to be him activating a bot that completes the rest of the level for him. This technology is used by some Geometry Dash YouTubers to easily showcase levels that are too hard to actually beat. This way people can just watch the levels. But Space
I didn't
had
know
a
about
different
this
idea in
actually.
mind, using one of the bots called ZBot that also added fake clicks over the click patterns in the level. This hacking method is comically simple. It was really hiding in plain sight. Nobody considered that Space was doing this because it was such an outdated and quite frankly silly method of hacking. After this video exposing him came out, SpaceUK took to Twitter and confessed to hacking many recent Extreme Demons just because he was quote-unquote bored. The most notable level being Acheron, the currently hardest
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, could you guys imagine, like again, if could you guys imagine spending all of this time, like putting all your time into like levels, and then all of a sudden people are just like, or like this top guy who's supposed to be like at the pillar of the community is like, oh yeah, I mean, I've been hacking this entire time. I've done all these things. I've cheated in all these levels. I've done all this stuff. He's stolen all these titles from people. He was the top creator one year. Like, he won an award as being a top creator one year. All this stuff. And he's just admitting like that he did all of that just because he was bored. Titles don't mean anything now. And you know what they do, bro? Like, Doggy's even stated this. Doggy, if you don't know, if for anyone who doesn't know, was like the person who verified Slaughterhouse, and like he's also verifying Grief. He's verifying like literally he's verifying currently the top level, like the hardest level in the game. But like, Doggy was working on Slaughterhouse while SpaceUK was. And SpaceUK stole the title by cheating, even though Doggy had spent so many attempts doing it entirely legit. And he also I think he stole Acheron too. Yeah, I think it was like first Victor, like after being like on Acheron or something like that. So he stole 2 titles from Doggy by cheating. Like that is like genuinely diabolical, bro. Genuinely diabolical.
Extreme Demon.
Like,
SpaceUK hacked Acheron to become
like, that is actually the scummiest thing I think you can do. Like, as a player in any game, I think that's generally the scummiest thing you can do. Cheating in any game is the scummiest thing you can do, especially for top players and leaderboards. Exactly, bro. Because like, especially if you're cheating and then you become the #1 player in the game. I mean, that is like crazy. Like, how could you live with yourself like knowing that? Like, I know people say, oh, it's just a game, it's just like stuff like that, but bro, like Basement Dweller, no, like literally, like
stealing that title from all the other players trying to complete it first. Now that he's been exposed, this makes Doggy the first victor by default.
Yep,
good job, Doggy. Everybody was very surprised at first, but we all thought it was kind of funny. One of the best players ever just wanted to troll us, and he succeeded. Yeah, no, it got worse. Upon further investigation, the Demon List team discovered that just about every Extreme Demon Space has ever completed was hacked, and it was all due to 64 pixels. Let me explain. I mentioned earlier that it was suspected SpaceUK was activating a bot early on in his completions to beat the rest of the level for him. Well, the bot he was using was confirmed to be ZBot, and little did we know that the developer of ZBot added a little Easter egg in the textures for this bot. The level complete screen you get after beating a level is slightly altered when you use ZBot. The text that says level complete in normal Geometry Dash is 1004 pixels wide, but when using ZBot, that text shrinks down to 940 pixels. This little detail
like, motherfucker literally got caught red-handed. Like, how do you let this how do you let this shit happen? Like, genuinely. And like the thing is, how do like the community, how do they not realize this? Right? Like, how do they not like check real quick? Wait a minute, like do they really did they really trust that the #1 player like that was beating all these levels? He beat every level on the Demon List. He did all these insane feats that no one else has ever even gotten close to doing. How do they not check the simplest thing to verify if he was using a cheat or not?
Have been added so that people could detect hackers, But unfortunately, most people forgot about this, and nobody even bothered checking SpaceUK's records until now. So we now know that SpaceUK is the biggest fraud in Geometry history, all thanks to a 64 pixel difference in his level completion screens. Isn't that just golden? This means that SpaceUK never actually verified Slaughterhouse, the extreme demon that set off a new era of difficulty. This means he wasn't the first victor of Acheron. This means he stole countless—
Yeah, KZ, I mean, it already like was confirmed to be manipulation. And like he was super close with everyone in the community too, apparently. Like all like the top players in the community, they were all like really good friends with SpaceUK, and they all trusted him, bro. Like he literally broke all of their trust. Like, could you imagine this guy being at the pillar, like the face of the community, and he was cheating the entire time? Like he was friends with all of the top players who he was actively stealing records from. That is insane. If you become large in any community, people just tend to believe you. That's facts, bro. And like that proves though that like you literally like this proves that like especially in gaming, whenever like everyone's faceless or like a lot of people are faceless and stuff, you can't trust anyone. Even when people aren't faceless, bro. You just can't trust anyone.
Titles from first victors and stole the #1 spot on the Demon List yearboard for over a year. This means he earned thousands of dollars from lies. This means he tainted Geometry Dash history for the past 2.5 years. This game will never be the same as a result of SpaceUK. But I have one thing to add. As far as we know, his initial huge difficulty jumps, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, were all real. Yeah, about that. SpaceUK just confessed to also hacking the Golden. He did manage to get 96% legitimately, but on his completion attempt, he accidentally activated no clip but thought he still beat the level. It took him about 20 minutes to realize he had no clip on, but he submitted the record anyways just to see what would happen, and surprisingly to him, the Demon List team did not notice, and his record was accepted. I have no idea how something so big and glaringly obvious could fly under the Demon List nose like that. Space confirmed that Kinos is his true hardest legitimate completion, which is still impressive, but does not make up for any of the lies in any way. But it is true he beat Windy Landscape as a jump from Decode, and he beat Wazaretta as a jump from Windy Landscape. This means that Space really was an incredibly talented player, but also a really good cheater. Him being a good player masked his cheating so that nobody would ever notice. Geometry Dash YouTuber FNM04 literally went to SpaceUK's house and
no clip and still submitting and getting away with it is crazy. That's actually facts. Like, dude, he actually just like cashed out, bro. Like he made all this money from like the levels he completed. He did all this shit, and then he just completely dipped, bro. Cause like that's like hitting a lick on all your best friends, actually robbing them in plain sight, and then just leaving. That's what he basically did here.
Watch them notice. Geometry Dash YouTuber FNM04 literally went to SpaceUK's house and watched him play Extreme Demons with his own 2 eyes. Everybody thought that it was impossible for him to be a cheater, but you know.
He watched it with his own 2 eyes, but how do we know that this guy didn't like have a no clip on or something like that? I mean, I bet you since he was in the community, he also checked for cheats and whatnot, but you know, still, how do we not know? Ye gangsters gotta be stopped. Yo, what?
What they say. You rather die a hero or live long enough to become a villain.
Alright. Historical changes.
Now that SpaceUK has been exposed as a hacker, this means that Slaughterhouse was technically a hacked top 1 for its early life, until Doggy became the first victor. That kind of makes Doggy the verifier technically, which is funny, because Doggy was originally supposed to verify it before it was given to SpaceUK. Doggy made a response video to this saying he's kind of glad it happened, because Slaughterhouse is a level he feels very attached to, and was disappointed he didn't get to verify it originally. Another very interesting thing to note is that this exposal may have never happened if it weren't for a player named MSG, who was exposed about a week earlier for hacking Silent Clubstep. He claimed to have beaten Silent Clubstep as his 5th ever Extreme Demon, which originally was accepted by everybody because there was no proof of hacks. But then a Demon List mod noticed one of his clicks made no sense at all, which made his entire legacy crumble down as he was exposed for hacking Silent Clubstep.
Bro.
This led the Demon List moderators into looking at other submissions for top Extreme Demons, which included SpaceUK's entries. They noticed some things were wrong, so he was banned, but then he was unbanned because they couldn't find strong enough evidence. And then he was banned again! This time permanently, as all the information about the weird clicks, and especially the Z-bot end screen came out. It took a hacker to find a hacker. Shout out MSG. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to comment what you think about all this.
Dang, bro.
Have a great day.
I don't know, bro. Like, this is why, seriously, you just can't trust people on the internet, bro. Like, whenever someone becomes too high up in any community, I feel like a lot of the time, like, everyone just kind of believes whatever they say just because they have a good reputation. It's like, oh, they wouldn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? But in reality, they do things wrong, right? I mean, how often do you let your homie on your computer when they come slide? Honestly, like, do you guys let your friends, like, whenever your friends are over, do you let them on your computer? Like, I do, but it's like heavily supervised, gang. Especially like with, I mean, like, you know, my whole life's on my computer at this point, so yeah, I don't know. But anyways, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check out the Twitch if you guys want to watch the streams live, where I, you know, verify levels, I LARP about geometry dash and stuff like that. But it's been your boy Janky. I'll see you all in the next one, and I'm out. Peace. All right, Izzy.